The star of today's video is going to be this 25-ton Briggs and Stratton powered log splitter, wood splitter. And basically, the owner needs me to just give it a quick look over. Black Diamond brand it is. Give it a quick look over. He's got it running fine. Everything's good. Just wants to get some of these fasteners changed. He borrows it out sometimes to relatives, and he's concerned that if we ever have to take these fasteners off, that they may fail, snap, and just doesn't look good either. So we can do that kind of stuff. While I got it here, I'm going to give it an oil change, maybe check the spark plug, and definitely change that hydraulic filter because I'm sure that's the original. He uses it quite a bit himself, and like I say, also borrows it, so needs to be good to run and trouble-free. So I don't see any hydraulic leaks. He mentioned that fitting had come loose one time, but literally is leaking absolutely nowhere. I mean, not even a drop. So that's real good. So he's even here, I mean, just nothing. So beautiful shape. These hoses, he noticed them, they're getting a little dry. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. They got a little dry cracking on them, but nothing I'd be concerned about at this point. Those are pretty good quality hoses, believe it or not. They look to be, and they're easy to change if we ever had to, but I don't see that being an issue anytime soon. Real nice sharp cutting edge yet. It's in real good shape. We're just going to give it a basic service, throw some air in the tires for them. Looks like those are running down after the winter here, so let's get to it. Before I have to move this at all, let's get rid of the squishiness of these tires. I think they're a little low. They take 60 total, but 60 max, but I don't think we need to run it there. Let's see where we're at. I think we're pretty low, but let's see. 9.5. Yeah, that's what I thought. I might go 40. I don't think we need to go crazy here. $40. First thing I want to do, because this thing does go down the road sometimes, is just give it a basic tightness check on the running gear. Looks like they got nylock nuts here. Shouldn't be a problem. Don't have my deep sockets here, so we'll go with this side. Yeah, they're plenty tight. Good. I know he doesn't have a lot of miles on it. Let's give it a little bearing check. Just a very little bit of play there. I'm not going to take those hubs apart and grease them because this thing is used locally only. Good. Everything looks good there. He's got his safety latch. He's got his chains. Hooks are good. Okay, he's safe to run. I just wanted to, while I got it, just give it a look. All the clips and pins. This one here is nice and tight, no slop. I have no reason to believe anything's loose or broken, but I just want to look it over before I start ordering filters and parts for this thing, that everything's here. He's got the return spring. Okay. Check these guys. Again, everything looks nylock. That one just turned a little, not bad. And both of the axles are the welded type, so I wouldn't expect any trouble out of that. I think everything here is in good shape. I see nothing wrong. He's got the clips all in there. It's in really good shape. So the two things that he pointed to are these bolts and the bolts on the valve covers. At the areas of concern. I'm going to just look over the whole machine and see if we find any other areas of concern, but I see that that could be an issue. You usually don't have to take these off, but if you did, now would be the time to change them before they need to be replaced, not after they get all thinned down and where you can't get to them anymore. The other thing is we'll give them a tune-up, get that spark plug changed out. It's probably the original. It's a Champion. It's a good one. Looks like his cap's fitting fine. No reason to believe that there's any trouble there. Got the good gasket there. It's in great shape yet. Gas is just a hair cloudy, which coming off of winter wouldn't surprise me if it has a small amount of water in there. All we can get around here is ethanol gas, so you got to get the 10% ethanol no matter what you try. Yeah, just trying to look over everything. Let's pull the air filter, see what we're looking at here. Wouldn't expect much more than a few wood chips. And that's about all we got. Nothing, almost nothing. And the inside element is beautiful. I'm going to leave that just how it is. There isn't a thing wrong with running that thing for some time to come. All right, I'll see if I can get these bolts out. They may already be too far gone, I don't know. But the ones in the valve covers, those will come out yet. We'll get those out. I'll measure what thread pitch they are and everything and get some replacements. What I'm going to use to find this thread pitch and thickness is these little, I don't know if this is metric. It kind of fits 1032. Kind of fits 1024, but it very well could be metric. Yep. Mine is a M5-0.8 pitch. This thread checker, you can also check the male threads and female threads, and of course it's labeled here, it's labeled there, and it's also labeled on the top of the box here. So it's kind of a nice little set. Just got this, and for this job, and these are handier than the ones on the string or the ones on the board because you can take them right to the piece of machinery easily without having to unwrap them off the coil and everything. I find this set was the one I wanted. And it goes up, the biggest one is 1 inch 12 pitch, 1 inch 8, and M24-3 is the biggest one. And it goes all the way down to 632 on the US size and M3-0.5 for the small. So it's got the range. I don't have any large equipment, farming equipment or such. So this will be as big as I'll ever need to go for the sets that I need. But you just decide whatever one you might want, if you want one. Whatever works for you. This is the one I need for the muffler. So I need 4 M5-0.8. And if I didn't say before, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that size. Oh, and the length. I don't know about metric length. I gotta look that up, whatever that is. US size, it's probably 3/8 of an inch. Next ones I want to get, just because they're exposed, air cleaner flange nuts. Looking kind of sorry. These ones won't really be thinning out anytime soon, but because they face out, and that's what he notices easily, Let's get him some new ones of those. Those ones I think I already have. The little ones over there, I don't think I'm going to have. M6-1 on this machine. And how about our air cleaner? Or our valve cover, rather. And I have the wrong socket. What size is that one? There's those guys. Flange bolt. That is a M6-1. Little less than ½ inch. I'll have to figure out while I'm ordering what that comes out to in millimeters. And that's about all we need. Got you back out here on the log splitter. We got some parts, some hardware, filters, oil, all the good stuff we need. Let's get to it. I'm going to start with those muffler bolts because they are the scariest of all. If I'm going to snap them and ruin my day, I want to know now. Cool. This one already was out. That's the one I used when I was sizing the bolts, so that's a good sign. Now I got to get these ones on the side somehow. If I take the air cleaner, could I get sideways here? I don't know. Maybe. Make sure that gasket's all the way down. If I go all the way over here, am I at the right angle? Not quite. I better do this just with the wrench. I really want to be in line with the hardware as much as possible because those are going to want to round off. Oh, they come out. Whew. Nice. You just can't be sure when it's that old. And mufflers run really hot. Do we get lucky 4 out of 4? Here, let's not break off the spark plug while we're getting cocky. Maybe. Oh yeah, I think she just gave up. Still in good shape under there. Well, that's good. Some of this hardware was a little hard to come by, so I couldn't get just anything I wanted, but the ones that have the washers on them, I had to get them in a hex head. I don't really prefer the hex head. Next one, let's do the, being that I already have all this stuff open, it's easy to get. Check out these valve cover bolts. And I got some nice stainless steel flange bolts. Being that that thing comes off easy and it doesn't seem like it's going to tear the gasket, I'm going to take that off and clean it and or repaint that. Let's see how it wants to cooperate. We just have to take off the little air tube, the little vent tube. If I can get that off, that would be another nice piece to, because it kind of shows on the front here. Yeah, that came off. One piece. All right, I'll take it off the carburetor side. Just looks kind of scruffy. While I'm working on anything, I don't want any debris to get into that engine. So let's make sure we cover that. Good. Let's get some new air cleaner nuts on here. Air cleaner housing. Carburetor mounting, whatever you want to call it. Stainless steel flange nuts. Beautiful. Let's get these ones on the recoil housing here. Now I have to just watch that. These are quite short, and I wasn't able to come up with ones that short. Mine are a little longer, so as long as they don't hit the flywheel, we're good. And I don't think they will, but just in case, if it's locked up when I get done, I'll know why. I'm just doing them one at a time, so I don't need to grab that thing. Ooh, yeah, that one was a good rusty one there. I guess I can get the other one. Is there another one down there? Yeah. Just so I don't have to keep switching sockets. Good. Didn't snap. Oh, turns just fine. Nice. A couple more for this main house, main housing, I'm going to call that. The lower ones, ooh, and those are right into the engine block. Look at the white corrosion on those. Get a new. Oh, wrong socket again. Theirs was at 8 mil. Mine's at 10 as far as the fastener or the socket needed. This one here isn't so rusty, but being that we already have all the tools out, it does go into the aluminum, so it'll help over time. Another one up in here might be a little challenge. That one was pretty protected from the weather, so it wasn't in bad shape. But let's just make them all match now, so if we need to take that off someday, it'll be all the same size screws, same size heads. Okay, we're good. I did repaint the cover. I don't usually like to go with silvery stuff because it always seems like you're trying to make chrome and you're never going to make chrome. But in this case, I had, it's called hammered finish. It's got kind of a weird, kind of a dark gray, light gray mix. Did this go through this way? Yeah. Kind of a neat finish. Kind of hides some of the damage too. They used to put that on like old toolboxes and stuff. It was like a super durable finish. Some of the old Kennedy toolboxes had that wrinkly finish. Pretty good stuff. Doesn't make for wiping down very easily, but kind of a neat look. Top felt like it went down funny. I'll have to make sure we don't have an oil leak there. You probably really should use new gasket each time, but I did not. Where are you? There it is. Good, good. This next part is do your own research at your own risk, but that filter is absolutely not crossing to anything because it doesn't have any numbers on it. I just have to use the factory numbers. Can't find anything that fits. I believe, to the best of my abilities, this is the right part. Napa Gold 1551. You do your own research on your own machine, but I believe this one is the right one. You have to, don't just think because it threads on there that you're the right size. You need a certain micron rating, a certain flow rating, and does it have a bypass, and how many pounds is the bypass, and everything else. I spent a ridiculous, and that was not even tight. That had to have been sucking air. Holy cow. I literally have never touched that. But anyway, don't think just because it threads on there that you're good, because you may not be. And I did not expect this fluid to come out like that. I figured there was, I don't know why I didn't think it was going to run out like that. Check valves? No, why would there be? Holy cow, is that slippery. I can barely get that to thread out. Bear with me. Yeah. Let's get the rag here. Yeah, that was dangerously loose. Oh, it does have a number on there. I'll read that off in a minute. What an absolute mess that was. I don't know why I thought that was going to go better than that. Of course it would drain out because of every single part of the hydraulic fluid except for the tank is above me. Here. They say model 6001, 25 gallons per minute, 200 psi, 25 micron cellulose element. I literally couldn't read that, how it was sitting in the machine. So, but the good news is the fluid that's in there is beautiful. So we have no reason to change it, and I'm not going to. All right, I got the hydraulic filter changed, even though it did create a bit of a mess. Now I want to run the engine and get the oil all circulated around, get it all hot so it comes out easy and fast and flushes the engine thoroughly. And then we'll also be bleeding out the hydraulic system while we're running this. Got her nice and hot there. If you see any smoke coming, I had to use some lubricant to get that one screw started properly when I replaced the bolts earlier. See how that runs nice and fast? And you see all the different lines? That means we're really getting a good flush there. Some of that is probably water, some of that is probably contaminants, and we're getting a good flush. If you don't stir it up first, you're not really cleaning out the engine like you probably want to. I think I let that drip about far long enough. Nice and clean thread. Nice. Let's get some oil put back in her. So, those that know a lot about oil, the more we know, the more we think we know. Full synthetic from Briggs, 5W30. This is an upgraded oil, what they recommend in the manufacturer's website for this exact machine. Depending on, now if somebody lived in a very hot climate or whatever, you may have to look yours up differently, but that's what this one takes for the way this one's going to be run. Don't need more than that. Okay, I'll fill this up, bring you back. I see just one more thing looking over this whole machine. It looks like there's a lot of stuff packed in here that, yeah, it has no way of really getting out. The thing about stuff that packs together, the more it packs, the more it will pack. And that's unbelievably hard, considering those are just, wood fibers. That side came out easy. Probably was a lot wetter when it went in there. There we go. Okay, all good. The other piece fell out the bottom. Well, it's time to return this 25-ton Briggs and Stratton powered beast back to its owner. Got done everything he needed. Put him a new hydraulic filter to keep everything clean. And it's ready to run. He keeps it in nice shape. And it's also Wildwood certified. Thanks for watching.